Let's get some sleep here pretty soon. Um, Interesting, man. Listening to my music now on my scan disc. Really mean. But, guys, you know, when you look at things biblically, you look at the stories, and it's obviously, you know, home invasion through virtual presence, through spy technologies, something way different than what was in the Gospels, you know, and the horrible things they could do, and the manipulation of sexuality to try to make people appear vile and disgusting because they want, you know, holy covenants, romance, affection, and stuff. When I was young, I didn't see all the crap coming, you know, and Jesus would tell me stuff about, you know, the stuff. He never said I was going to marry a rich woman or anything like that. I just kind of ran with that because I was young and romantic, and I didn't want to because he said I was going to, you know, his wife's a wife of military origin. She was going to be mulatto, and I was going to be known, and the, you know, famous women would be attracted to me because I was such a good person, a good father, a good husband, a good, you know, and you know, and I was like, but I don't want that, because I was like, the only way I could think of, because I was so romantic, was, you know, she brings me joy of many special things with tears. You know, so I thought of Warm December. I thought of Love Story. I thought, no, my wife will die, you know, like from sickle cell or something. And then I don't want to be with the famous woman if my wife, the mother of my child's going to die. You know, I don't want that. So I resisted that at all costs. You know, I didn't know it was going to be two women, and I didn't know I was going to be abused mentally and emotionally and sexually so much by the Pentagon and by corporations to try to make me look like a pervert so they could replace me as the standard of behavior. I didn't know how disgusting everything was going to be. You know, no one in their right mind would. And so, you know, as far as, you know, what Daniel and Joseph and David and what other people had to deal with in the Gospels, you know, I feel comfortable with my place in the Gospels. I feel biblically, you know, proportionately worthy. And I can joke about it. Yeah, I can joke about it. What else are you going to do, you know? But, you know, the stuff they did with Jennifer Lopez, you know, that's not all her. You know, she's lost and out there and has ego problems like most of you do. Beyonce does. They all do. They have huge ego problems, and they're wacko as hell. And it's because it's acceptance of wackadoodle thinking, you know. Like, you can kind of understand in ancient times the origins of, you know, gods on the mountain, because the rain would come from the mountain, the storms would come up and wash away in floods, and you know, it's a good thing when it does this, but then it's bad. So is these magical thinking, and I think a lot of the origins of the above the clouds and up in the above the sky probably came from this point in time where we had satellites and people dictated to you and manipulated you and spied on you and made feel like God is omnipotent and monitoring and maneuvering your life, that God was an active source in your life that was manipulative and acted like my grandpa when he killed God when he was young. You know, so God was like an evil boy scientist up in the clouds ripping off the wings of us as flies and then watching us torture and laughing at us. And so mythology really does fuck things up, and coming to a natural understanding of our existence, you know, life is eternal and the source is infinite. We'll restore our holy covenants and things will be okay, you know. I'm a lot like those that came before in the past, and I'm a living correction like those Andrew Womack people on my, when I emailed them. Some people think they come as, yes, some people know they come as, they don't think they know. Well, it's different. I'm Earl, the son of Ralph and Mary. You know, it's a little different when the government comes to you and corporations come to you. What do you make? Oh shit, it's me. Well, Jesus told me my whole life, but I didn't. Okay. Say like, darn it, Jesus. You know, feel like Moses. Darn it, I don't want to do it. You know, none of the messiahs I ever knew wanted to be the Messiah and wanted it to happen. They wanted people to enlighten themselves so they could live loving lives without having to be abused by all the perverts and take care of all the dirty work. So, you know what I mean? So, you guys hang in there. Things are going to be okay. You'll live through this. No one's ever died of embarrassment. They've killed themselves from embarrassment, but that's just the ego. So park your ego. If you got kids you care about, if you got people you think you love, then learn to love for the first time in your life, and don't commit suicide if you're Barack Obama or a rich person that supported him financially. Okay? You got children and grandchildren to be a part of their lives, and if your ego takes that away from you and them, that's a shame. Learn and be more like me and less like you, and then we'll all do this sooner than later. Okay, guys, I love you. Easter's a very important time for me. All right, peace out.